Hi everyone, Betsy here with Usborne Books and More, here to share with you a great series of nonfiction books called The Big Books of. For example, in this series here, you can see I have the Big Book of Dinosaurs and the Big Book of Sea Creatures, the Big Book of Big Animals. There's also the Big Book of Big Bugs in this series of books. And I'm going to just pick this one to start showing you. The thing that's really great about these books is that they truly are big. As you're flipping through them, you'll find that the pages fold out into these huge spreads. For example, this is showing the biggest animal of all, which is the blue whale. One thing that I love about these books is that it's very hard for a young reader to kind of conceptualize how big some of these big animals or big dinosaurs or whatever the topic may be truly are. So on many of the pages, there's kind of something that they can reference. So for example, here they have a scuba diver swimming next to the whale, just to kind of give you an idea of truly how big this whale really is. I also really love that these books are all worked on with an expert. So for example, in the beginning it says that it was worked on with some animal experts. So you know the information is going to be factual and informative. I love also how these books are organized. For example, then there's a whole page here about large birds. And as we move on, there's then going to be dangerous animals here. So it's really starting to categorize information for our youngest readers. Very important for them to start to understand that information can be put into categories. And here we have creepy crawlies. And the different books, just great different topics, along with animals. There's also the Big Book of Big Tractors. Along the machine line, there's the Big Book of Big Machines and the Big Book of Big Trains. Again, you can see kind of how there's people here standing next to the big machine here. And this was also worked on by an expert. It says expert advice from a farmer who works on a magazine, Farmers Weekly. So you know the information is as true and factual as can be. And again, just great fold-out pages. There's also stars and planets here, and rockets and spacecraft. The newest title that we have, I unfortunately don't have here to show you, is the Big Book of the Body, but that's on my wish list. My daughter and I started looking at these books when she was about, you can see here all the different planets. It shows you down here kind of their relative size to each other. Fold out the page. It shows you kind of their order in space. So just really some great books. Like I was saying, my daughter and I started looking at these books when she was about 2.5, and we really just started looking at the pictures and talking about them. And as she's gotten a little bit older, we've started reading some of the information. So just beautiful pictures here, beautiful illustrations, lots of great information. So definitely a great book, a series to check out for your nonfiction needs. There's really something for everybody, so I hope you saw something that you might like.